We're here in the Baviaanskloof and it's pretty damn cold, but it's pretty beautiful. I'm here with a friend of mine, Scott Picken, and Scott's been through a program of ours specifically from a nutrition point of view with the aim of losing weight. So anything you need to say just to start?
Yeah, so I said to Brett I'd like to do a testimonial just so people can share it. You know, I've been sharing some of my results on the internet, and a bunch of people have said to me, how did you do it? And I just thought it'd be worthwhile highlighting and recognizing what you and your wife are doing, because I think it's very different from what a lot of other people are doing, and I'll explain that.
Okay, so what is the best part? I mean, you've lost 14 kilograms now?
Yeah, so 14.3.
Okay, in how long? 60 days. Scott did a 60-day challenge, asked us to help him specifically from a nutrition point of view, and it's a very deep process that we go into. Scott's done it before, so we got him back on the program. What makes it so different though?
So I think there's two things, and I also think this time was better than last time. So last time I did it, a lot of people do diets, and so you hear about Tim Noakes and you should do this or you should do that, and what I've learned more and more in life is that there's not a one size fits all. So the first thing I liked is it was very scientific. Okay, and what I always remember with you, you're a chiropractor, a doctor, etc. And I remember coming to you and you did this whole like structural setup to start off with all these tests and all that. And it's nice because it makes it's about you. It's not just a box. So they send the bloods away to Germany, and it comes back, and based on your DNA, this is what you should eat. So the first thing that happened to me was I realized, well, like I was trying to be healthy in the morning and I was eating eggs, and then I found out eggs aren't good for me, as an example. So that was the first thing. When I did it 2 years ago, I lost 17 kilos. So it's not that it didn't work. The only problem is I went 17 kilos down and I went 17 kilos back up. So what changed this time for me that was interesting is that to make a lifestyle change, you need to get leverage. Okay? And so again, for everyone that understands leverage, the best way to do it is if you're trying to change a tire, and I use my fingers to change the bolt on the tire, the nut, it's impossible. You can't do it. You've got to get a nice long pole to go like that. And so what was slightly different here is that I had COVID. I put on 10 kilos. I was feeling overweight, unfit, unhealthy. So I had some personal leverage. But actually, you deserve the credit because you sent me a message that was quite frankly in your face, properly in your face. And so why I wanted to say this was different is because to succeed, you not only need a plan, and I think you need a personalized plan, but you also need a coach. And you really got in my face, and you said something, and I was just reading it now while before we did the video. It was something along the lines of, I know you can do this, I know you'll do the 60 days, I'll know you'll be successful, which will be good, and I know you'll probably just go back to your usual lifestyle and it'll return, and therefore you will achieve nothing. If you don't see this as a paradigm shift, you won't actually create a healthy lifestyle. And I really took that on board because the last time I did the challenge, it was, I will do this until I get to X kilos. And I literally, the graph is quite funny. I literally go, and I get to my target weight, which was 95, and then I go,
all the way back.
And I think what you did this time, which was important for me, which is why I love the digital stuff that you do now, coaching and mentoring others, is because people need that support. Like, they can't just be given the plan, they've got to have the support as well. And by doing that, you helped me create a lifestyle change, and a bunch of the things I've done now, I'm excited about because it feels like a lifestyle shift. Because it's not just, hey, I'll eat this until I get to X weight. It's like, no, actually this food's quite nice, I'll eat this forever. Or drinking, or whatever. Does that make sense? And so that for me, I know it's a long answer to your question, but I really think what you guys are doing is very different from others for two reasons. The first is that you're getting a personalized solution. And secondly, you're providing context where it's a lifestyle with coaching versus just, hey, here's your plan, good luck. And that's certainly what worked for me in terms of the process.
So just to cover that, Scott and I have been in a group together. We're quite personally involved, so it wasn't that I was just giving him the gears just as a stranger. So Scott and I have got quite a good relationship already, and I just was pushing him a little bit so that he could then really dive deeper into this program to have a look at, like he said, not just getting to XYZ, like getting your dress ready for your wedding, getting to lose weight so you can get in the dress spots, building a strong, stable lifestyle that he's going to now apply for the rest of his life. It's a program that is not a diet, it is a lifestyle, and that is a major part. And I like that you like the scientific part of it.
No, look, it has to be scientific, because otherwise it's guesswork. The last thing I want to say for anyone listening that Brett and Vicky are offering people, which I think, and again, I love COVID because it's made you go online. So beforehand, people, it would have been harder to engage with you unless they were in your town. And what's really important is that you've mentioned the word lifestyle. And one of the things I struggle with is I'm not passionate about health. I went and bought like 7 health books, and I don't think I've read 2 pages of it. Like, I just don't like it. Give me money, business, investing, leadership. I'm passionate about that. And I'm never going to get passionate about it. You can't make someone passionate about something they're not passionate about. And what I find so frustrating when it comes to health is you read one book and it says this, you read another book and it says that. And someone like me that's not passionate gets so confused. I've tried everything. I've tried Ayurveda, and I spent $2,000 on that. And what I like about what you're doing is you guys are bringing it together. You're bringing the eating and the exercise and the chiropractor and again, there's the last thing I'll say on this is that in China, my understanding is that doctors get paid only when you're well, and they don't get paid when you're healthy, because when you're sick, the other way around. So their incentive is to keep you healthy, not the other way around. Yeah. Okay. Whereas in our medical world, they're incentivized effectively to get you sick because they only get paid when you're sick. And so what I like about what you're doing is with your practice is you're setting people up for success long term versus giving me a short term fix. And that's why I wanted to share it with others, because not only hopefully I can be an inspiration to what's possible, but also highlight what you guys are doing so that others can get access to it. And I think, so my last question to you, Brett, is that if someone, and I've had a bunch of friends and people on the internet say, what do they do? What are the next steps? What do they do, basically?
So there are 3 different levels that we have a look at. We're having a look at a level where you just get the course from a coaching and a nutrition point of view, but I find that the success is very low because there isn't the support, there isn't the accountability. So that's something that I'm really trying to fine-tune. Then there's groups that we get going, and there's a lot of accountability, there's quite a bit of interaction, and then there's the one-on-one that I'm doing. So those are 3 different tiers, and obviously there are different costs to that. But the best thing to do is to get hold of me on drbrett.co.za, and there's all sorts of information on that. And then let's just start a journey together, and depending on how deep you want to go in the relationship and how far you want to go with the coaching, but get hold of me and we'll see how that, whichever fits the person's needs.
Perfect. And I think my last caveat is to highlight what Brett just said from what I heard, is that if you're looking for a diet or the next fad, this is not it. So don't even waste your time, your money, don't even get involved. If you're looking for a lifestyle shift where you want to be healthy long term, then this I highly recommend. And so you get to choose. And I wouldn't waste your time or money if you're just looking for a next fad. You say, oh, Scott lost 14 kilos in 60 days. I can do that. As Brett said, you will do it, probably, if you've got the discipline, but you'll probably go back within 2 years like I did. So that's my recommendation. And the other thing I would say is that there's not a successful person on this planet or successful team. Man United, the Springboks, Andre Agassi, you name, there's not a successful person on this planet that hasn't had a coach. And so if you want to do it half-heartedly and fail, there's some great stats that are out there. If you try to do something on your own, you've got a 50% chance or less of success. If you try to do it with a business partner, a husband or wife, you've got about a 60% chance of success. If you do it with a like-minded mastermind community, you've got a higher than 70% chance of success. And there's new research I've read recently where if you do it with a coach where it's one-to-one, it's even higher than 90% because you've got that individual accountability. So, depending on how important your health is to you, you get to choose based on those stats. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight that and thank you and your wife for all the help. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Scott. Now, just the last thing is the thing you said there is accountability. Everybody knows what to do, and how to do it within certain parameters, but the accountability is holding people to it and walking the journey, holding their hand, pushing the boundaries, and accountability is a major part of what we do in the course.
Yeah.
So
your accountability is, if you want to get healthy, drbrett.co.za. Brett is brett.co.za, and or just reach out to me on my social media platforms and I'll put you in contact. Anyway, it's your choice whether you want to be healthy or not. There's the solution. Cheers.
Thank you, Scott.